Hello there everyone. In this video I'm going to be going through the information for the Tropical Rainforest case study, which is part of the Living World unit on paper 1 section C. In this video we're going to be discussing the causes of deforestation in Malaysia and also the impacts of deforestation, both positive and negative. Before we get started, what I'd like to do is categorize the cards into causes and impacts of deforestation. Pause the video now as I'm going to go through the answers. So, Malaysia is found along the equator in Southeast Asia. For many years, deforestation has been happening in Malaysia, and as a result, the population size of many native species have reduced greatly. Malaysia is an LIC, and therefore the locals and government believe that through deforestation they will be able to develop their economy. Deforestation is happening for many reasons. First of all, within the tropical rainforest, there are many natural resources which, if collected, can be sold for a high price to the international market. For example, tin can be collected from the ground through mineral extraction. When we collect resources from the ground, trees need to be removed to make way for roads to the site. Explosives will be used to dislodge the ground, and so the natural resource can be collected. Of course, this is incredibly damaging to the tropical rainforest ecosystem. Many different types of pollution are created through the mining industry, including water pollution and noise pollution. The trees are also being removed so that they can be sold. Tropical hardwoods such as mahogany are particularly valuable to the international market. Deforestation is also happening in Malaysia so that palm trees can be planted. The palm kernels can then be collected from the palm trees, crushed to produce a vegetable oil known as palm oil, which is then used in many household products and foods which you would eat. I'm sure you recognise some of the brands on that poster. And lastly, in Malaysia, deforestation is happening due to a growing demand for electricity. Between the 1950s and 1980s, transmigration was being promoted in Malaysia. The government were encouraging the urban poor from the cities to move to the countryside as the cities were becoming overcrowded and overpopulated. In doing so, a population pressure was put on the rural areas, and so deforestation has been enhanced due to the demand for land and settlement growth. As the population size is increasing, there is also an increasing demand for electricity. As a result of this, the Bakun Dam has been built within Malaysia. This dam is able to produce hydroelectric power for the population. Of course, when you build a dam, the area behind the wall has to be flooded to create a store of water. This store of water is known as a reservoir. This further disrupts the ecosystems and reduces the amount of land area available to the native species. As a result of all these activities on this slide, the biodiversity, which means the variety of life in a particular habitat, is reduced. So, in summary, wildlife is being lost in Malaysia as a result of those 5 activities. Hydroelectricity is being generated, the Bakun Dam was built, and so a large area of land was flooded. Drilling for oil has started on the island of Borneo. Mining for tin has meant that rainforests have to be cleared so that roads can be built and the ground can be accessed. Palm oil plantations and the demand for palm oil worldwide has meant that trees have been reduced so the palm tree can be planted for commercial logging, for commercial farming, and lastly, the logging industry, of course, continues to grow. So,